Good evening. Good morning. My name is Ron Lang, former head basketball coach here at FAMU High School, FAMU DRS now. I coached here from, I guess, 1989 till about 2004. Uh, and had very successful tenure while I was here.
All right, Coach Lang, this is Sylvester Peck, and just going for that, tell us about your time at FAMU High because this is a Legends video series, and legendary means that people know about you, don't have to say much about you, and they talk about a sport, and those certain names come up. So tell us about your experience playing baseball here. I'm sorry, basketball at FAMU High.
Well, my tenure with basketball and FAMU High School goes a long way back. It goes back. My father used to be the football and basketball and track coach and all that stuff here, and this is where the black schools only played black schools, and he was very successful here, and so growing up, this is something a dream job for me that I always wanted to do, and I was very fortunate to get the job when Mr. Baker, Raymond Baker, retired. And when I got the job here, uh, we were not very good. And each year we progressed. And we finally started winning state championships. And we built the winner here, and we had it where everybody wanted to come to school here and stuff. And those were the days when the coach did everything. You set up a concession stand. You sold concession stand up until game time. You coached the team. You washed the clothes. You fold the clothes up. You put them up. You drive the bus to the game. You drive the bus back from the game. You sit out and wait on parents to come pick the kids up. You know, those were good times for me. And so I really enjoyed it. Uh, it was a very good experience for me. Uh, it made me grow up as a man. It made the kids that played for me grow up too as basketball players and as better human beings. And hey, I don't know what more I could say. Yeah, just a little bit more. I went to school here. I went to FAMU High School from kindergarten through 12th grade, and from 12th grade, then I graduated and went on to college at FAMU. Graduated from FAMU, but while I was here at FAMU High School, um, I won two state championships. I played on two state championship teams, and then uh, as a coach, we won three state championships. We went to the state multiple times. Uh, we didn't win them, but we sure gave them a fit. We was a team that you didn't want to pull our name out the bag to play. Uh, uh, while attending FAMU High School and playing basketball, I was very fortunate to play with some good players, even some great players. I came along at the time. I played with Clemmon Johnson. Um, he went on to play in the NBA. Matter of fact, I played with Clemmon in high school and in college. And we had a good team back in. Now that I think about it, back in the college, we were pretty good. But I also had opportunity to coach some great players and stuff. I had players like Brian Lamb. I had players like Rick Davis. I had players like Delwyn Jackson. I had players. I mean, you name them. I've had my share of good players. You know, I had Chris Hunter. I had Chad Johnson. Uh, I'm leaving somebody out. I mean, I'm gonna get shot for it, but that's what happens when you have a lot of talented players and stuff. Because then again, you look back on it. I had players to come off the football field that helped our team play stuff. Ron Dugan, Theon Rackley, Earl Holmes, Michael Honeycutt. You name them, I've had my share. Sam Madison. These guys, Ron Dugan and Sam Madison and Taylor Jacobs, these guys went on to play pro football. So FAMU, we've always had a rich tradition of talent, talented players, and coaches and stuff coming up and stuff. Because like I said, my father coached here. Then he left. I had the fortunate pleasure of playing for Johnny Williams. Johnny Williams was a great coach during his time. He had, 3 state championships in basketball, 3 state championships in track, multiple track. You name it, he did it all. And so I was brought up under some good tutorship of some very influential people in my life. Raymond Baker was one of the people. And so you name it, I've had, I can't have a pity party because I was spoiled when it comes to playing and coaching great people.
Hi, I am Clemmon Johnson, a graduate of FAMU High School. But before I go there, I need to let you know that I am from and will always recognize Monticello, Florida. And as a matter of fact, it was Monticello, Florida that led me to FAMU High School. My basketball coach, Johnny Williams, was the coach down in Monticello, and he coached my brothers in football. And I guess he thought I was going to be a football player. And we tried that once, and again, once. But we had some enjoyable times there. While at FAMU High School, I had excellent coaching, and I want to call them friends, even though at that time, we weren't friends. They were parents, they were adults, they were fathers away from home. Mr. Raymond Baker, Mr. Johnny Williams. Mr. Raymond Baker coached me in basketball in the 9th grade. No, I think it was 10th grade, JV. Johnny Williams, as you may know, coached here at FAMU High School, and he coached 7th to 8th grade team, a 9th grade team, and then the varsity. Like I said, we came a long way playing basketball. I was fortunate to win 2 state championships at FAMU High School in 73 and 74. And I actually think that the team that didn't make it in 72 was the best team that we had. The Givens brothers. I'll never forget those 2 guys. They made me a basketball player without even doing anything for me. It's just their leadership and the way that they played made me want to play harder. After 2 state championships at FAMU High School, I was honored to have received All-State my senior year. I'm saying I was Big Band Player of the Year for that, but I think I came in second to a young man by the name of Marlon Gallimore, who I'll give credit to because he was an outstanding basketball player. That was an exciting year because I had on my team Larry Williams, Edward DuBose, and I think Charles Moore. Anyway, Larry Williams and myself made Mr. Inside, Mr. Outside basketball at state championship, and we both were all state and all Big Bend. And I smiled about this because they made me basketball players without, once again, making me basketball players without giving me much assistance. Here's the story. Again, I'm from Monticello, so I was an outsider. And Larry Williams and Jackie Pons, North Florida Christian, were fighting for the Big Bend scoring title. So with Larry being from Tallahassee and everybody else being from Tallahassee, meaning Edward DuBose, the point guard, he would give the ball to them all the time, to Larry all the time. And I said, hey man, you're asking me to rebound, block shots, etc., but you won't give me the ball. CJ, you want the ball, get it off the glass, because I'm shooting it. And Larry did shoot it. I remember at one point Larry had like 30 shots in the game. Hey Larry, can you pass the ball? I told you if you want to get it off the glass. So I learned how to get it off the glass. And I also learned that if I didn't rebound the ball, then we weren't winning many basketball games. So they learned that, hey, in order to win, we need to keep CJ happy. So we went from there. From FAMU High School, I went on to Florida A&M University. I played 4 years there from 74 through 78. The first year at FAMU, we missed the playoffs. And I told myself, this is the conference playoffs. I told myself this will never happen again. 2 out of the next 3 years, my junior and senior year, 77, 78, we was SIAC championship champions in basketball. And I was player of the year my senior year. I left FAMU, the university, and was drafted by the Portland Trailblazers in the NBA in the second round, at number 44 player pick. And the ironic thing about that was my number at FAMU was 44. So I had the fortune of playing 10 years in the NBA, winning 1 NBA championship with Dr. J and Moses Malone and the other, and let me see, Bobby Jones. I'm trying to think of the Hall of Fame. And Maurice Cheeks, he just went into the Hall of Fame also in 1983. So after 10 years in the NBA, I went to Italy for 5 years. So I played 5 years there. So I had 15 years of playing professional basketball. After that, I moved back to Monticello and was kind of lost. And one day the phone rang. Coach Ronnie Lang at FAMU High called me and said, Clem, I think I got something special here. He was speaking of Chris Hunter. So my coaching career began back at FAMU High School with Ronnie Lang, and he had at that time Chris Hunter and Brian Lamb, as he mentioned. I'll never forget 2 things about that. Chris Hunter scored on me. I was trying to play defense. He scored on me, and of course the team went wild. Wow! Chris scored on the NBA player. And then the second thing was we played state championship that year, I think we call it Florida State Stadium. What Tucker? The Tucker Center. Okay, we played Tucker Center, and Ron Lang came up with an idea of having Brian Lang, because they were double teaming him. Brian Lang just stood at half court. So now Brian Lang's at half court, and Apalachicola, I think it was, had 2 players guarding him at half court. I'm like, now that's crazy. So that's how strongly they didn't want him to have the ball. Okay, that was number 1. Number 2 was during the season, I saw some things and I told Ronnie, hey Ronnie, here's a new concept that no one around here is using yet. Let's let Chris Hunter front the centers that can score. And no one had seen that concept yet. So I think that helped, that benefited also. So again, great times were had at that point. Again, I went from coaching with Ron Lang over to Shanks High School. Outstanding players over there, but once again, was unable to get by Jacksonville to get to the state championship. But back to FAMU High for a minute, because there are many people I like to thank. Again, the Givens brothers being one, Cal Burgess, Jerry Henson, who's passed, God bless his soul. These guys were seniors. And what they did for me was set the bar. I think they went like 24 and 6, something of that nature. And I said, hey, we're gonna do better than that next year, and we did. My record was better than theirs. So that set the bar for me. While at FAMU High, Chalmus Thomas had graduated. He came back and worked with me a little bit in the post. And I'll never forget, he said, Clem, he said, every day you come to practice, I want you to dunk the ball 10 times. That helped my jumping ability, because once again, I felt he knew what he was talking about, so I did that. But the biggest thing, I cannot think the man's name. Played records, works at FAMU High, DRS now, Mike Warner. This is the biggest thing that was on my mind. And I tell him about it, and he smiles every time I tell him about it. Mike Warner went to Rickers High School. And I think I was in 9th grade or something of that nature. May have been JV. No, I wasn't that far up yet. So let's go with 9th grade. And he came in, and Mike Warner was player of the year for Tallahassee at that time. People don't know this. And he wore us out. Mike Warner walked back to the gym with his hand in the air, wrist flexed, fingers pointed out. And I heard him tell his teammates, I think I'm going to just keep it like this all night. And I said, that will never happen again. Rickers would never come to my gym and beat on me and walk out with their head hanging high and bragging on me. Now, unfortunately, I say unfortunately, Rickers had a great team just like FAMU High School did. And we'll get back to that in a minute. But yeah, unfortunately, my senior year, they beat me twice. That was the first time they beat me twice, because we generally we were split. We were losing their place and win at FAMU High School. But again, good times of playing basketball during that period. Very enjoyable. Look forward to reliving those days. I sit around and smile. because those days made me who and where I am today. And there's just no substitute for the satisfaction that I'm living at this stage. Now, with all that said and done, once again, we're going back to the beginning of this story. I'm from Monticello. And I'm not going to say it's regrettable, but I often wonder, because again, I'm very pleased with where I am in today's life. But I often wonder what it would have been like for me to stay in Monticello. And I run across basketball players from Monticello frequently. They keep saying, man, you cost us a state championship. I'm not sure if you're aware of it, but when I was at FAMU High, especially basketball, we went upon all challenges. 3A, we were 1A. We 3A, 4A, hey, we take on everybody. Matter of fact, my senior year, we were Class A state championship, and Havana won the state 2A championship, and we beat them twice. So I said, hey, we Class A and Class 2A state championships. And I just wondered if I could have helped Monticello to win a state basketball championship, because during that period, they were state champions in football and in track. And they said the only one they were missing was basketball, and that was because Clemmon Johnson wasn't there. Now, where's that brings a smile to an old man's face when he hears that. But I often wondered that, because once again, that's where I grew up, and that's where the foundation was laid. I grew up playing basketball on dirt courts, people's backyards. Again, today people have asphalt, they go to the park, even though the young guys today don't want to go to the park, they want to play indoors. Let me tell you about our basketball courts. Our basketball courts was in somebody's backyard. Someone go home, get an axe. We cut down a tree. So that's the pole. Now we go to somebody else's backyard, see if we can find some plywood. And someone always had a rim. And we'd just stick rims up there. We didn't worry about nets. We had what we needed, and we played from there. Now, from those of you that are from the city, potholes had nothing on us. Believe me, potholes had nothing on us, and we would fill it in, and of course, rainy season, it'll wash out all over again to the point that everybody say, the heck with it. Hey, work yourself around it or hurt yourself by stepping in it. It's up to you, and we'll go from there. So once again, the joys of playing basketball in my youth, I just cannot explain all details, but once again, it made me the man that I am today, and I'm very proud and happy to be who I am.
Good evening, I'm Sylvester Peck Sr., and I'm here at the FAMU High Baby Rally basketball game that honors several FAMU High Baby Rally outstanding basketball players, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves to you, and they're starting with
Thomas Livingston, also known as Pat Livingston.
And you graduated when?
I was in the class of 1970.
Class of 1970. Moving next, we have
Chalmus Thomas.
Okay, and you're the class of?
Class of 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, and 74.
Outstanding coach, Coach Chalmus Thomas.
John Ford, class of 1969, all big band player.
That's right. Come back to me. I'm going to say that.
Ralph Gibbons, class of 1973.
Okay, and we're going to go back, and we have Coach Chalmus Thomas. You're saying you were?
Chalmus Thomas. Big band player of the year.
Big band player of the year. What year was that?
68.
1968. Well, fantastic. Well, what we're going to do with these young men, well, we're going to make sure that we document them being here tonight. And we have
Ralph Gibbons, all city, all state, class of 1973, state champion.